If you have one of these Maxim Kinesis Ergonomic split adjustable keyboards and some keys aren't working, here's a possible fix. This specific model is a KB210 USB. I'm sorry I didn't get a video of the process, but the palm rests, they have a little clip that you need to hold, and while you hold that, you can actually slide it. If you look at the little rectangular notch above it, there's another like longer but very thin notch, so that's a sliding mechanism. So you would slide it in this case to the right, and then you can slide it down. So hopefully that description helps you with removing the palm rest. Alright, so to get it apart, you see the gap between the top layer and the base. Basically, I just got my fingernails in there and then pressed with my thumb on the top of the keyboard so I could pry the clips away. It came apart pretty easily. You don't need any special pry tools, but if you want, you can use pry tools. But yeah, if you don't have any pry tools, just let your fingernails grow out about 2-3 millimeters, and that should be enough. Basically, just go all around the three sides. So the middle, you don't actually need to pry out, just the back or the top, and then the right or left side and the front. And once you do that, you can lift the cover off. Underneath the cover, you'll see this silicone or rubber mesh or whatever you want to call this material. It has these little black dots and then these little bumps on it that act as springs to pop the keys back up. The black things are conductive material that basically close the circuit and tell the keyboard when the button is pressed. So if something gets underneath that or gets contaminated, it will basically prevent it from sending that signal and closing the circuit. All you need to do is peel the membrane or rubber or silicone sheet up and check the little black dots. If those have any dirt or contamination debris on it, just brush it off with a toothbrush. If you want, you can wash it, but if you wash it, you need to make sure it's completely dry before putting it back in the keyboard. One way you can do that is just set it out in the sun and let it evaporate it for a while. But yeah, scrubbing it with a toothbrush should be good enough. Underneath that mesh, you should see all these little black like zigzag lines. Basically, those are a broken circuit, and when you press the little button, the black pad will touch those little lines and it will close the circuit. So check those. If there's debris on that, same thing, just brush it with a toothbrush. Once it's all cleaned up and everything is dry, if you wet it, put the rubber, silicone, whatever pad, mesh, fabric, whatever thingy back on top. Clip all the plastic stuff back in place and you should be good to go. Your keyboard should be working fine now. Hopefully this video helped you out. I like how this design is so simple. These days, most modern keyboards, they seal everything with glue and you can't really pry anything apart to fix it. Even the mechanical keyboards that you can change all the keys, if the little switches break, you basically have to throw those away and buy new switches. This piece, everything is kind of its own little thing, and it's very simple. The only thing is, obviously, you can't change the switches. Well, actually, you could if you pop the little keys out. There's little clips, I believe you can actually squeeze them and then you can pop them out, but I didn't do any of that. So yeah, this design, I don't know why they don't just make mechanical keyboards like this anymore. So simple, the design. I guess people want a certain clicky clacky feel. This doesn't let you adjust that. So anyways, this design, the old design, very simple, very easy to fix, very easy to understand what's going on here. And yeah, hopefully this video helped you fix yours and keep it going. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.